What's going on? It's Pac-Man Jones, and we're going to take it back to North Carolina, Raleigh and Durham. Now, in the city of Raleigh, a woman was robbed at gunpoint in Raleigh last month, and the suspect robber hit her and her 8-year-old son with the gun, according to arrest warrants. So, Percy Jamal Richardson, who ages 30, of the 510 Lansing Street, is charged with robbery and a dangerous weapon, and also charged with breaking and entering a motor vehicle and assault on a child under the age of 12. And he remains in the Wake County Jail under a $110,000 bond. According to the police, the woman and her son were in the SUV at a BP gas station at the intersection of Wake Forest and Whitaker Mill Road on October the 5th, when Richardson came inside, struck the boy in the head with the gun, pistol whipping the boy, and robbed the woman of $350. So he's sitting up in the county jail until he gets released. Now, also what happened in Raleigh, police have charged a city resident with sex offenses involving an 11-year-old girl last week. Curry Rashad Berry, who ages 29, was arrested at his Haverty Road home late Friday on a warrant charging him with statutory sex offenses with a child and 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child. The charges stem from something that happened Thursday, the warrant stated. Now, he has a $500,000 bill. He hasn't posted that yet, but any other information about that, I'll let y'all know as well. Now, in the city of Durham, police have charged an 18-year-old with robbing 5 Durham businesses over a 4-day period last month. Investigators say Khalil Sebastian Allen, who ages 18, of Durham, committed the crimes during October the 28th through the 31st of October. Each incident, witnesses told police that Allen put his hands in his pocket or put a bag over his hand to imply he had a weapon, according to the Durham police. Allen was arrested November the 1st in Alamance County on charges of attempted robbery there. He is currently in custody at the Alamance County Jail, Durham police said. Now, Allen is accused of the following robberies: the family fair at 1815 Hillendale Road at about 1:45 a.m. on October the 28th, Circle K on the 3301 Guest Road at 1:19 a.m. on October the 29th, the shoe show on 1517 Glen School Road at 1:10 p.m. on October the 29th, the Family Dollar on 5178 Wake Forest Road at 9:54 p.m. on October the 30th, and the Rite Aid on the 200 address of North LaSalle Street at 3:25 a.m. on October the 31st. So pretty much this guy was hitting licks consistently without a care in the world. So he is in jail until he posts a bail, or maybe he'll just be sitting in there until he gets a sentence. And also in Durham, 2 parents from Durham were arrested Thursday in Raleigh for alleged abuse for their 3-month-old son, who was found to have broken ribs, a fractured skull, and retinal hemorrhage in both of his eyes. Jatoya Sabricia Potts, who ages 27, and Harwan Jesamiz Thompson, who ages 25, were both arrested in connection with the abuse. According to the warrants, they have both been charged with negligent child abuse resulting in the serious bodily injury, and child abuse inflicting serious physical injury, both of which are felonies. Officials said that the 2 were arrested Thursday after being stopped at the South Saunders Street and Permark Drive for a traffic infraction. Records show that the child abuse occurred between November the 30th and December the 3rd of 2017. Potts and Thompson are currently being held under a $250,000 bond each. And also another story that happened in Durham, where they said 26-year-old Charleston Goodman was forced into a light-colored Hyundai Odyssey minivan back in January 28th of 2018. Goodman's mother told officers that her son was heading to the store in his blue BMW when he heard him yell, "Mama, help." Now, Charleston yelled for help multiple times from outside of their apartment from the direction of his parked BMW around 6:22 p.m. A search warrant says his mother saw the van leaving. Other witnesses said that they saw 4 men fighting with Goodman and then forcing him into the van. Another source told police officers that Goodman had been killed, and a confidential informant said Goodman's body is believed to have been fed to hogs, wild pigs, according to the warrant. Now, police have learned that Goodman had been the middleman in a local drug trade involving cocaine. Goodman and a drug dealer had a falling out over money, according to police. Goodman had broken into the man's apartment and stole 2 bricks of cocaine. Surveillance video seen by a man showed Goodman breaking into the apartment and putting the bricks into his pants, the warrant states. In response, the word on the street is that the man had Goodman kidnapped, the informant told law enforcement, and one of them men identified in the warrant as being present for Goodman's kidnapping, and a second man who was mentioned in the investigation was also named as a person of interest in the search warrant, seeking more information about the fatal shooting of James Dozier, who age was 35, of Durham. Deputies within the Durham County Sheriff's Office responded to the November 16, 2017 to a shooting call at 4:30 a.m. at the intersection of Denver Avenue and Hall Streets. The deputies found Dozier in a vehicle with a gunshot wound to the head. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Search warrants in that case say Dozier was a known drug dealer and described 2 of the people mentioned in the Goodman case close associates, pointing to social media posts. In February, one of the men was charged with drugs and weapon charges following a search in his apartment. According to federal court documents, a special agent with the FBI testified at the man's hearing that the ongoing investigation into gang activities of the 8 trade gangster Crips led to the arrest of the man, an active member of the organization. And in my last piece of news, in Durham, a Durham man has been arrested in connection with the Carabo double shooting that left 1 person dead and another person injured, according to the Carabo police. The shooting occurred at the 800 block of Old Fayetteville Road at around 2 a.m. on November the 2nd, police said. Both victims were transported to the UNC hospitals for treatment. One of the victims died in their injuries. The other victim was treated to non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not released the identity of the victims. Now, 31-year-old Stephen Sutton was arrested Friday morning by the U.S. Marshal Service from the Middle District of North Carolina in Durham, police said. Sutton is charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, robbery with a dangerous weapon, attempted robbery with a dangerous weapon, possession stolen firearms, and a possession of a firearm by a felon. He is being held in the Orange County Jail with no bond. And yeah, that's it for all of the Durham and Raleigh news. Occasionally I go out of the state time to time, and I like to just post things that just happen in other cities that's outside of Savannah. So let me know what's the next place that you want me to report the news out of. But this isn't often where I do this. This is a random thing, or this is just a rarity that I'm doing this. But just let me know where the next place that you would like me to venture to, and I just do the news. But that's all for right now. It's Pac-Man Jones with Raleigh and Durham news. I'm out.